Maths. P5. Multiplication and division of fractions. Please read pages 34 and 35 in your mathematics textbook. We will do the maths practice problem on page 35 in your textbooks together. Listen and follow the explanations as I do them. Number 1. A container has 8 2/5 litres of orange juice in it. Suri drinks 2 9/10 litres of orange juice. Then she divides the remaining orange juice among 5 students. How many litres of orange juice does each student get? Let's look at the numbers. What numbers do we need? Okay, so we have 8 2/5. We have 2 9/10. So first thing we need to do is subtract this from this, because Suri drinks this. Okay, so we need to start with 8 2/5 minus 2 9/10. The next part. Then she divides the remaining orange juice among 5 students. Now we must add the division. So divided by 5. Okay, so we can see here that we have 2 different maths problems mixed together. So it's a mixed. So let's put the brackets in. So we must do this one first, because we always do the calculation in the brackets first. So we must change this into an improper fraction and change this to an improper fraction. And we must change this to a fraction. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so the easy way, the only way. So 8 times 5 is 40 plus 2. So let's write 42 over 5 minus, or subtract, 2 times 10 is 20 plus 9, 29 over 10. Let's put this in the brackets because it's still a mixed or combined operation. So now we need to divide by 5. Okay, so how do we express or show or write a whole number as a fraction? we write 5 over 1. Now let's erase this divide and change to a multiply. Then change this to its reciprocal. So we need to make this into 1 over 5. So now we have the calculation ready. So what is 42 over 5 minus 29 over 10? So let's find out. 42 over 5 minus 29 over 10 equals, well, we need to change this number here so it's the same as this number here, don't we? So let's times it by 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So we must times the top number by 2. So 84 over 10 subtract or minus 29 over 10 equals 84 minus 29. Okay, so 84 minus 29 equals 55. Okay, so now we have 55 over, but we don't subtract these, do we? They just stay the same. So over 10. Okay, so let's erase this here. We now have 55 over 10. So is that the answer? No, it's not, because we need to do this part. All we have done is this part. So now we must do this part. So let me erase this and move this here to, I'll just write it here. So 55 over 10. Okay, so let me erase all here. Okay, now we have some more space. Now we need to do 55 over 10 times 1 over 5 equals. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, but wait, we can simplify this, can't we? So if we simplify this, it's 11 over 2. So 11 over 2 times 1 over 5. Okay, so just a little tip here for you. It's always better to try and simplify fractions, because you are then working with smaller numbers. It's easier to multiply small numbers. It's not so easy to multiply big numbers. So always try to simplify the fractions. Equals. So 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 11 is 11. So there we have 11 over 10. But we still have not finished. We must now make this into a mixed fraction. So we must divide these two. So we have an answer of 1 and 1 over 10. Oops. And 1 over 10. So there is our final answer. 1 and 1 over 10. So now we must write down here. Remember, they must be a sentence, not just a number. If you just write this, it means nothing. What is this? 1 and 1 over 10, what? And so you must answer the question. The question is here. Here. How many litres of orange juice does each student get? Okay, so let's make the answer from the question here. So let's come down to here. I'm going to write the question here. You don't need to do this. Okay, so when you are answering, don't write the question down here. I'm just doing this to help you. Student get. Okay, but we must add an S. So we now have each student gets. So gets how many? So let me put 1. So 2. Here is the answer. This section here. Okay, so then we write this part in here. 1 and 1 over 10. 1 and 1 over 10, what? It's litres. It's how? It's litres. How many litres? Okay, so the answer is litres of orange juice. Okay, and there we go. That's the answer. So our answer is each student gets 1 and 1/10 of a litres of orange juice. Okay, so let's here we go. Number 3. So here, litres of orange juice. And that's number 3. Okay, so number 3 is here. Okay, so that's how we can make the answer from the question. So it's quite easy, really. So there you are. Here is an example of how to do a word problem with combined operations in fractions. So your homework, Complete the maths problems on page 27 in your mathematics workbook and do the mastery practice on pages 30 and 31. This is your unit test. If you do not do it, you will score 0. You must do the test. Very important. So that's all from me for this lesson, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye!